to the Rosemary story, CV of a Full Moon. My name is Ellen Carter, 27, executive assistant, blood type O+, coffee tolerance legendary. The resume on my desk list: multitasking, discretion, fluency in 3 languages. The resume in my heart list: afraid of dogs, allergic to drama, secretly write fan fiction at 2 a.m. I signed the offer letter before I noticed the corporate logo, a silver wall had. Shell out it against the Lunar disk. The company is called Lunar Dynasty Holdings. The position paid triple market. I shrugged. Probably just edgy marketing. I am wrong in the most particular way. The CEO who arrived after dark day. 1:07 p.m. The private elevator opened without being called. Out stepped Mr. Belionar, alpha-6'5", hair the color of midnight snow, eyes that reflect ceiling light like polished onyx. His cologne is cedar. I signed something metallic I cannot name. He does not shake hands. He simply nods, voice a low, vibrant, filled in the sternum MS. Carter, you will keep my night orderly and my secrets quieter. I laugh, nervous habit, then realize he did not smile. The air around him shimmers the way asphalt does in August heat. My pulse answer, yes sir. Reduction under a blood moon week 1 agenda. Finalize acquisitions of Norwegian shipping fleet schedule quarterly board meeting midnight 3 a.m. order 200 lbs of bra munition delivery to penthouse. Book rooftop for corporate hall. Full staff, no humans. That last bullet is highlighted crimson. I assume HR jargon, maybe hall means morale boost. I booked the roof, mute. My questions survive on caffeine and his rare notes of approval. At 11:47 p.m. on the first full moon, the elevator design. Belionar stepped out, coatless, bubbles, long white breath, tasting of winter storms. Look the doors, do not come upstairs, no matter what you hear. I nod so hard my headrest almost falls. Then the howling begins. Dozen of voices, layered, symphonic, terrifying. I grip the desk edge until wood creaks. Something inside me answers with a single impossible syllable: come. The night I did not mind my business. Curiosity is stronger than fear and bigger than common sense. At 1 a.m. I crack the stairwell door. Rooftop floodlights are off. Only moonlight paint the scene. Walls, actual walls, circle a central figure. Belionar shirted spine, arched full, blooming across skin like silver fire. He stands on 2 legs, then drop to 4, then 2 again, fluid, impossible. His gaze finds me throw steel and concentrate. I accept anger. Instead, I see panic, human panic. He languished toward the stairwell, hurts me inside with his body, blocks the door. A growl vibrates through my bones. I run all the way down 45 to street. Level heels in hand, hurt, writing my employment contract. The day after I saw everything, I arrive at 8 a.m. trembling, resignation letter in purse. Billionaire is already in his office, immaculate suit, no hint of fur. He gestures to the chair opposite his desk. Sit, Miss Carter. I sit, calculating the letter. He speaks quietly. What you witness is corporate, confidently level omega. Break it and must protect the pack. Stay and you will be protected from the pack. Either way, you may never be fully human again because now you know I should leave. Instead, I hear myself ask, do not need coffee, sir. His shoulders loosen, relief floods the room like warm milk. Yes, black, and call me billionaire, not Mr. Alpha. Our stranger partnership begins. Office policy for the Supernatural Employee Handbook Special Edition appear on my desk overnight. Color marks serve as bullet points, silver ink pens. Minor irritant, wolves pen, infra arrangement, nation assistance has alpha level clearance, protect her a back. Full moon overtime pay 5 salary plus lifetime medical, no romantic flirtation class currently under review. That last line is underlined in red twist. My cheeks burn. I print it not to notice. Full moon routine. Month 1, I wake behind locked glass, watch the pack hunt cloud on rooftop, mouth to linear. Allow me on to stairwell landing separate distance still inside 1-3. He asked me to read quarter layer. Earrings allowed while walls pass. My voice steadies the beast in him. His growl soothes the insomnia in me. We begin full moon ritual. 11:30 p.m. I set microphone on ledge. 11:45. Read financials, poetry, whatever. Keep cadence calm. Midnight shift begins. I become lighthouse keeper or wall somewhere between this schedule and Shakespeare sonnets. I realize I am no longer afraid. I am needed. That is a far more dangerous feeling. The scent of jealousy, my getting director, Lydia was static, amber eyes, straw my cubicle, human secretaries are next, not affair, she hisses, fangs flicking behind lipstick. She grabs my wrist glass, dimpled skin before I can scream. Linear is there, moving faster than sight. He gripped Lydia's neck, lift her one hand against elevator doors. She is under my protection. He snarls, voice layered with animal harmonic. Lydia's whispers, notes, secures away blind. Teeny half moons of blood. His thumb brushes the wound. The touch is feather, light, electric. I am sorry, he whispers, for her, for himself, for rules neither of us wrote. My pulse answer, do not stop touching her, releases me, but something lingers warm. metal under skin. Midnight training. He decided I needed defensive skills. Rooftop 2 a.m. City light glittering below like scary diamonds. He teaches me pressure points that work on lycanthropes. Base of skull paralysis, solar plexus, pores shift back, sternum temporary breath lock. His hand guide my electricity arc between human pulse and wolf head. During break, I asked, "Will you ever hurt me?" He made me gaze, eyes glowing. I am terrified. I already have honesty hangs between us, strong act irresistible. The kiss that broke Glush, 9 Pireni Thursday, broad room empty, city a blur of silver outside glass walls. We finalize a merger, adrenaline high. I turn to leave. He catch my wrist gentle. Question, Helen, my name sound different in his mouth, tasting of cedar and thunder.